it's strange, so I'm interested in this. Can we put on our Instagram, this is for Michael when he listens back to this, let's just read out what Michael's trying. Get the small violins out while Michael's playing.
Right, yeah. He got technically on a work trip, wasn't he?
Listen to this one. Sorry, I was in Cannes yesterday.
Yeah.
Supposed to read Greece last night, misconnected flights and got stuck in my lab. Now having to fly to Vienna to get to Greece. Fucking hell.
Is Simon Cowell gentle? She's with Will, not next Will. Well, he's changed up for the world. He's sitting in the younger man for an old man's job. At least he knows what it means.
Well, that's what I want to do. Can we put on our Instagram a poll from choose 3 memes?
Yeah.
I want to know, do our listeners, are they aware of this? Am I old before my time, or are you trying to hold on to your youth when it's gone?
I'm a sexy young guy.
Are you a sad guy?
I'm socially aware, Josh. Okay? I'm not wandering around dressed like these young kids, but I'm on a level where I can communicate with them, Josh. I love to celebrate. I've got my finger on the knob of you.
Right, Rob, how's your week been?
Week's been busy, very busy. This is like a well-busy period where, because it's near the end of term, but not the end of term, where there's sports days, there's assemblies, there's like, because they've learned stuff all year, they want to show you it. Like, we went to a concert and they played the recorder, and then they were singing in the choir, kind of, so all these different things. And my work's super busy. I was in a heavy metal band last week. Next week I'm being set on fire in America for a star training, and then I'm doing UFC.
Yeah.
So it's quite a lot to get your head around.
Does this happen now because...
What's that alarm?
It's just outside.
All right.
Oh, I've got to move it outside.
Outside.
Does this happen now because does Romesh still take off the whole of August, like dead? So you basically have to fit it all in now.
Yeah, see, he done his tour as well, so this is our sort of filming period, so it's very busy. But like my kids do this like poetry thing. Like it's called elocution, but it's not really like proper. It's like,
Oh, I'll be honest. The house they're growing up in, that is a battle they've already lost.
they're gonna have a very different lifestyle to me growing up. But it's elocutions, but it's more like...
Alright, so bad news. The Duggins got shipments of armor coming in for their private security. What the fuck do they think is gonna happen at this family outing? Damn! Anyway, I don't think you want to deal with all that, right? So the good news, we can make sure that armor never gets to see the big day. Head to this lockup, and then we'll be able to find the other shipments.
Poetry, elocution, performance, so you can see what they've been learning. Yeah?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cool. Guess what time that is?
What time?
Guess what time the performance is? What you set them for performance?
Because you... What? Yeah.
That is performance. 7:55 a.m.
What? No one's poetry.
Maybe I depending on the result of the game.
I don't think it's so bad.
Might
Do you think both these tribes don't have his own role?
Thanks, Rob. Is Foden the best number 10 in the league? Yes. Is he the best winger in the league? No. Is Anthony Gordon the better winger? Yes. Play there. It's simple, Josh. You would send me, right, to Durham University to do an hour of stand-up political stuff. That's got Nish Kumar written all over it. The same way you're not sending Nish Kumar to Butlins to do a few bucks. Yeah. No one's going to do well. Everyone needs to pick their lane and succeed in what they do that, Josh. Do you know what I mean?
I agree with you, but I've done at least 15 on the week. And neither of us are suited to that. Would you? I was having this discussion with my mate, actually. Would you do it if you got picked England in the next game of football? Would you think the 8th grade down on you for the nation too much free will?
Well, when they politicians say country before party politics,
Yeah.
that would very much be Quebec before country opportunity.
You might score. Oh my god, I was talking to some guy at school yesterday. He's really tall. Play basketball.
Sorry, where was you? Bayside High. He's Slayer. You just made that. He's Slayer, right?
He's American.
Right, okay. So if they basketball at the school, okay?
Well, I tell you what happened. So yesterday, it was England v Denmark, and they were recording this. Sorry if it's a bit out of the
Well,
scene.
we're all over the place at the moment, sorry, but we'll get back on track with this stuff.
So we came up with an idea to to watch these against school with the kids.
That's great at 5 o'clock, so
Yeah, so very good. And England, this is why I was like, Gary, we get to watch that much of it, but also England scoreboard is still interesting. So that was fun. Yeah. By the second half, 95% of the stars of the break. Because it was a parents' day. Some of the parents had to be out overtime. It's like a parents' yeah, but rather than school for them, if that makes sense. Anyway, so I was stood in the playground with the dad and the kids play basketball, and then shot a basketball, they went in and he right? And I said to him, basketball school always be taught. And he said, what he could think. And he said, no, not really. I shot up. I was 15 and went 5'8", and then I went 6'4" within a year. And I was like, I'm not you just said, when I was 15, I was having nothing but in at the time. Out of nowhere, I'm a grown man and I'm not 5'8".
I sort of I was 5'8". I think 5'8". I could probably get like 5'8" and a half in every month. These 170 inch run. Do you think that? Seem like a guy, right? As he made them, with simple shit, whatever. All his bits and bobs and arms seem to be like plates. And I'm this little like troll man. But then when I look to my history, I'm basically from farm labourer.
Come in. What? Right?
No,
God, no!
You've been working in the field.
yes, carrying stuff on our backs.
You haven't been squashed.
We've been squashed.
You haven't been
You
squashed.
fuck with the wrong soldier!
Down by the big thumb of hierarchy. The big upper class.
Cocksucker.
Jacob Rees-Mogg, he's never carried anything in his life.
No.
Apart from the stench of his own shit.
Get your head down! Shield yourself somehow!
The doctors,
You're dead.
that generation carrying
You got it, right? Thought so. Okay, so look around for a list documenting the other shipments.
What about you? What you come from? You're quite, I'd say, wiry in a complimentary way.
So, my dad's 6 foot, right? But my mum's short.
She's 2'6", isn't she?
She's 2'6", yeah.
That's all she at 15.
This is weird, 7 foot. But then
She grew down.
she grew down.
And she knows her names.
Yeah. Then she told me that she was the tallest girl in school at 11, I think, but then just never kicked on.
But how tall is she?
She's got 5'3", 5'4", I don't know, you know.
She never kicked on.
She was like Theo Walcott.
Just really, 17 was flying, but they've never really grabbed it unless the contract was up for renewal.
Yeah. So I don't know.
There's the rest of the shipments. Take them out so we don't have to deal with any super duggins on game day.
Did you in the Navy?
You have to eat them to get in the bunks.
We don't get in the boats.
You know what I mean? Can I talk to you about something?
Yeah, it's on the radio.
Yes. What's going on? I saw something on Instagram, and I thought it was a joke or a wind-up. So the people that don't know, your radiator's been on non-stop in the summer, and you have to keep it going. It makes turn the heat on in the house. For some reason, that one's still hot, so it's just a the hot water is still on this thing. Yes, and that's running through there.
Yeah.
So you made it for this for the radiator. What's through the radiator when you're in it?
No.
How did it?
No, what I mean is, I don't know how plumbing works yet. It's not the same water that goes through it, is it?
Like I said, you put the radiator broken, you've got to do all these things.
Yeah, I can get some of those things. Then shut up, break it.
How you going to do it? I had to work on it. So you have kind of
Yeah, it's repainting the whole stairs. Right, that's part one of my bunch of stuff to do.
put stuff in it. Really stuff in it. So what's stuff you getting done?
Hello?
Is that Adrian Builders? You're just looking for your water. Where is Rose?
I thought she was downstairs. We only just got back, so I thought she must be downstairs.
Is Adrian seen a lot of Rose?
Me, Adrian, great time.
Do you? Yeah. Where's Adrian from? Is there? I thought I don't know.
So I thought, great chat, Sunday was the palace. Great chat,
And also, just like, you know you're doing well.
you went home early then. radio down, and the noise is about as well. It's just like, sensible, the voice signals all, and when they're on the thing, it's absolutely buzzing when I was down. I loved it.
Did you play with these in there?
Yeah, I obviously, I said, obviously you have to support the brain for obvious reasons, but I was based on it.
And so Adrian's working the house. Just wanted to check that out.
And I said, oh, there's a few things wrong. I was like, just so look at this is what basically the man.
Yeah. Real man.
Yeah. And I said, this radiator won't turn on. So tell me
That can't be it. But did you not try the other way?
in my defense,
Yeah.
the arrows saying off is the way I was turning it. So it's been installed to turn the whole way.
Okay, right, so fair enough. But I think to turn it the other way, even though that thing will be the same. I know that it's like to work, but I'd say there's two ways it can go. So you constantly turning it one way.
Well, constantly, it's just stuck in the
Right.
one turn down.
This is the real idiot tax.
I've been occasionally really wrenching it towards Max Bird and thinking maybe it's stuck.
It's so mad. The radio's like, don't get back here. It's this guy. I want this guy. It's this guy. But it's different when you got turned the other way.
So the other way, I just haven't got it.
So talking to what Adrian did
Just got it. I was on the
immediately.
No, he went, oh, it's stuck that way, I'll try the other way. He said, give him an hour. So I gave it an hour. And it's off.
You know, we spoke about this.
But yeah.
I bet he I was like, he was living. Next big this guy.
Actually, likes working for us. It keeps going back. It might be because I'm so thick, it's quite easy to work with.
Well, no, but he's a good guy. You're a busy guy, not technically minded. I'm not either. I wouldn't try the other way. Yes, I am.
It's because I follow the instructions and I'm a good boy.
Yeah, actually, you're great. Really good. But next time, if you've got an issue, why don't you tell me like, whether this is what's happening? And then we can make suggestions. Yeah. Does that work with the fish tank? The outfit?
Yeah.
Before you know it, what fake tank now?
Exactly.
But it's actually put it down.
Well, anyway,
It's the perfect time. It's definitely not for a radio. You need an aircon in there, you need something like that. It's working. Who isn't there?
it's because we record the recordings and that's what the sun is on me. Does that make sense?
Hey, Josh.
All right, we didn't get all of them, but at least some of the Duggan security will be down bad.
I've got a good one.
Yeah.
Listen to this one. In the depth of winter, I finally learned that within me, there lay an infinite soul.
Well, okay.
You know who said that?
Well,
Cat's up there, 2018.
I didn't know that.
Anyway, news.
Yes. So the radiator.
This is what going on for 2 years. It's not just like this summer. This is the way
My daughter's going to football.
playing it or watching it or
Watching it. So instead of just following euros, she makes it for a second. That's good. Yeah, so more about to work. I've got a babysitter who's there. So I was working.
Yeah.
And
But if you look through the screen, that I have to defend you, Tim. Sometimes we might record 2 episodes in a day, so I'll already know and I'll ask him again to wind it up. So it's not believe but then she's good. She wasn't.
agent my partner, but
I think that's the way to drive. Can you imagine a sitcom and think too far bed?
and it's like I've had to introduce him a character before.
Yeah. Well, this seems mad because it literally introduced him at this moment in time. Then he walks in, I said, "Rose." How would it happen in real life? I think that's the problem with like the sitcoms died is because so many people put out content about their own lives, which is more weird and funny. Like, they would babysit the plate and you look upstairs, and the delivery guy turns up.
Anyway, so Martin,
Do you know what? From the name, Martin when we were growing up, my first friend to me got Martin. Not Martin, he says actually Ian there.
Martin, she's a proper fucking EastEnder, isn't it? Big arsehole fan. She comes on base and she just watched it. Then they watched it, and then it was England, was it? No, it's Scotland, Switzerland.
Oh, respect, Martin.
That afternoon game, I can't remember.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not becoming a babysitter during the Euros next time.
Yeah. And then when I got home, my daughter, I was like, bedtime. My daughter, at half time in Scotland, Switzerland game.
Yeah, good game.
Yeah. She was like, did you even know that for me? There was a
Their dream, isn't it? And having a kid that's into football, wouldn't say myself that he would have wanted to know himself when he was a kid, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah. Well, Italian 90 side was 7 was the one for me. When would you have been? You were at 94?
96, you're on
96.
I was 8. Absolutely obsessed. I remember doing the, I spoke to you about this before, doing the, at school, the homework was to do a back page of the newspaper with a pun title and a news report of what happened. I had that on video, I got VHS when we beat Holland 4-1. Oh my God. When Sheridan squared it against the Shearer, he hit it so hard in the top corner. Shearer!
I was just talking to Rose because we just Zoom.
Sorry.
Bit of fun.
Bit easy. Go on.
We just done we had our parents. Well, it's not parents even. It's like it was an individual meeting with the teacher.
Oh, okay, cool.
Ours was scheduled for the morning, 9, 10. So they scheduled them whenever. Didn't fit around.
Yeah. Oh, how was that? Good. This for your eldest?
Yeah. It was good. Well, you know,
Just nothing to report really, just good kid, cracking on.
like, do you know when they're positive, you're like, is this just what you do, or is this positive?
Yeah, I know, but I think it's probably just fine, isn't it?
Yes.
Did you mention the reading? Stop doing enough reading? That's what you're a bit stressed about.
No, I said, what should we do about this? Because I don't want to stress her out about it.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, don't stress her out. Because what my daughter will do, she's got like books that are like the book that you read her, that would be like for 6-year-olds, called like Alien Stole My Teacher or something. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah.
She wants to read her own book of that rather than us read to her now.
Yeah.
And so she just sits in bed and reads. She looks like she's 80. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, the little nine one. They've got these little IKEA lights. You press it, it turns it on.
Yeah.
So it's like half a wall. And then I do it sits in her chest. And the light of the paint, so I can fix it on the wall.
So, but I was like, well, that's probably just as good, right? That's just as good. Anyway, my daughter was reading but I said something, she said, no idea.
Is it like a fixed storybook or they read ones? Yeah.
So it's 200 pages away.
Yeah.
All right. But I said, what's it about? She's like, no idea, it doesn't make any sense. Because obviously you're reading a book that's probably quite high for your reading level. Not because she's got, just because that's what she has picked up.
She's tired.
But she's not taking in a lot of the words, because she's doing it on her own.
Yeah.
If I'd read that with her, I'd be explaining quite a few of the words. She must read words that are
what is that? Well, that's why I actually, I'm not saying it's the same thing, but because of my dyslexia, when I read a novel, I can't retain information, so I struggle to remember who it is. Well, I loved Adrian being introduced and already doing a joke. That was great in the sitcom for me. You've written the sitcom I need, but I struggle to remember certain information in a book. And I think, well, especially with a kid, next time they read a new book, it's quite challenging, isn't it?
I find that with films. I know this would be a revolutionary thing.
I'll call you back in a few.
You know, they give them character names rather than actor names.
Yeah.
Because obviously I know everyone as an actor. And so, say you've got Brad Pitt in it.
Wait till you drive that car out of there, boss. If Arena War is art, and it is, you're about to steal a freaking masterpiece.
I just think it'd be easier if all of the characters just use their actor names at all times.
Yeah.
Because then you go, oh, that's it. It's Brad Pitt. Right, okay, it makes sense. I didn't know
I have a rough idea what people expected when they bought tickets for today's show, and I bet it wasn't the daylight robbery of a priceless, unique car from one of the most powerful crime families in San Andreas. Still, should be a show, right?
So I've got it wrong, but I've got it wrong. Someone will be up. The irony is they both had their face off and new ones put on in actual lives now as well. Art imitating life. Oh, that's it. I've got to keep tapping.
Alright, should be smooth getting into the stadium between that truck and those uniforms. But you'll need that VIP pass when you're ready to go up to the box.
There's some stat, I don't know what it was or what was that, and so she was doing that. So I got there, I've got her back in the steps and it's but it's not half an hour, but it's from that state, that's in 20 minutes from my house where I was to start. So I could have been at home by the time I got to Bromley to pick her up. Anyway, I wait 10 minutes, do I get her? And then we're driving back, and then where I am, at the moment we're doing like gas.
Hey, ¿qué pasa?
And a couple of road shuts, there's loads of traffic, and we backed up at
Just
night
up
time.
there.
So it's traffic lights, you just get through it. Anyway, I got to where there's all the traffic lights, and then another road was shut because where they're doing the gas works, they drilled through a water main. Josh, I cannot express how much water there was. It was just like.
Get your pass out and just walk in like you own the place.
New York and the they smashed it open and they kicked it back up. Yeah. It was like I was going through some sort of like theme park water ride. And it was like, at one point I thought I was getting stuck in a flood, but anyway, I follow diversion, right? About that fair enough, it's diversion. And basically, it diverts me all the way round these country lanes, and then there's loads of lorries and cars coming past me because they've been diverted off the main road. I'm on it for 20 minutes, right? So at this point, we're looking at about 20 past 10 after 10, right? Diverts me. After 20 minutes, I go around these country lanes to come back out, same fucking route.
And there's an elevator around here that opens right into the private box.
It's like our same point to the same road. No, another entry point, but about 10 metres up to get back on that road to come back there. I was like, you are fucking winding me up. Because really, what I needed to do was a U-turn at the point, but I don't think they're allowed to tell you to U-turn. Yeah. So they get round there. Then another 20 minutes, then I get stuck at the intersection where the fucking blind runners are cut down all the way.
Okay, you in the box? Stay on your toes because the Duggins are going to get pissed.
They'll cut down another. Get back! But then when that's down, all the traffic lights off, you're always piece of shit! With no lights. It's like Mad Max. So she's
on the track.
That's the thing you said, the bit I think my favourite thing you ever said was, there's nothing worse than it being someone that's zen.
Yeah.
It's like, it's great to be zen, but it's nothing worse than being near someone that is zen. Yeah. I'd stand by that.
Yeah, it really is.
If you're a bit annoyed by something, you go and speak to someone like, well, actually,
Do you see any of those camera drones in the spectator box? They're all fitted with EMPs in case of emergencies. Or, you know, trolling. You should use one to stall the car so you can catch it. If I remember it right, look for one of the seats that has a green light next to it. Should be a tablet there to control the drone.
I've Googled what least high cholesterol, what you need to do to stop high cholesterol. I'm living a low cholesterol lifestyle with none of the benefits.
and you've still got high cholesterol.
Yeah. You know, I had a blood test. So that was what? Just general MOT stuff. They're like, everything's good. But your cholesterol's a bit high.
How do you get high cholesterol?
All the things that I don't do.
Right, okay, so talk me through those things.
Alcohol.
Right, yeah.
Red meat.
Yeah.
Lots of pastries, biscuits, fatty foods,
So sugar.
butter and sugar, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I eat fruit and veg.
So how are you getting it?
I don't know. It's like, surely it can't just be that I need to change from butter to vegetables, bread or whatever.
You can drink butter.
No, come on.
So is it 1957? You won't eat meat, you'll let a cow's tits be shown.
Do you not use real butter?
No, we have Vitalant because my eldest was allergic to dairy, so she's got that to put that check for her. Some butter too much.
So, do you think that on one slice of toast today I have 10 grams of butter?
I think that's it. It's an every day.
Oh, brother.
Oh, brother.
Well, I'd say I do butter toast every morning. It's something like butter toast every morning.
That is like that glue behaviour. That is like,
It's kind of always just
Are you very much?
you know about it?
Oh, you put that in the bowl.
I've been not very long.
They got sorted out. I could stop. It's really good. I like when you buy like this, I like that. It tastes it. It's like good dairy.
Yeah.
That ain't too much. I've never had a bottle of milk. But I'm not going to find out. I have alcohol red meat. But yeah, you can't just keep your butter, can you?
Don't let them get the car running again once it's down. Just get down to the pit lane, get out there, and grab it.
You're living countryside, mate. Follow you on. And then it's hard to buy.
You know what they've done? Well, they converted to e-vouchers.
The council.
Yeah.
Is that annoying?
Yes.
You're not angry. You're not angry.
No, I'm angry at myself. I'm helpful.
You don't need to leave back to the paper one.
No, because at paper one, you just give them all information at the start of the week.
As soon as you get to the car, activate the bypass module so they can't kill the engine on your way out of here.
Would your case Something to go your way down to school. Yeah. It's just sort of find out about Yes. Tell me some more about Canada. My brother went last week and said it's the best gig he's ever seen. He goes, oh yeah. Yes, I was very excited. So we can take this step and put that down. Basically, it's kind of Friday night. We have to go back. If I got this thing, it was children, so they got so that was a roll, and then when we pressed to the room, the play got another one got pressed, but then we were going to be and I think it's very structured, but it's only still a place to go, and it's you can't see something. It's got better than that. So I got really right, so I got the invitation, whatever it is, which is true, because it's very much, you know how hard it is, you get let down and they're expensive. So anyway, we got a friend of ours had some tickets. Really boring. We had some for August, and now we're back.
Wait, is that beeping? Like bomb beeping? Fuck, dude! They must have been planning to blow this up as part of the show or something. You know, I met the guy at the LS car meet. Knows a lot about cars, and he is mad crazy, man. You know him? He's called Hal. Oh, go to his shop ASAP. He'll be able to disable the shit before it goes off. I'll let him know you're coming.
So it's a very exciting household. We get up there early. Do you think you will enjoy it? Yeah, I will. I enjoyed it. Innocent, I'm insane. That was Adrian. Just burnt his car and found out to pick it up. I was very tough. You know what? It sounds big, except it's such a very exciting moment. Pick it up and it not fell on a level that I don't think got the head. So we were very lucky those people managed to a lot of people didn't. So we're very excited, looking forward to it, getting up there early. They want to swap wristbands or something and they've got outfits made. And do you want to see the outfits? Yeah. I'll put it on Instagram as well. New understory. So you go and dress up. No, I didn't have time. Because look, she's got a girl's got to go. They want to go in different ones. So one of the girls wants to go like white and gold for fearless out or something. Oh my god, that's amazing. Right then, gold fearless. Wine made fearless sunglasses. Amazing. So just become a shop on Etsy, really. Yeah. And they don't want to go on white. So they're sunglasses and then got a jacket. Amazing. So you know all wine stuff. Yes. And people say, oh, the mental load that goes to it at school is unbelievable. Yeah. Sure. But I had to craft to find these tickets. Honestly, it's like made it so special for the girls, so they're going to get their nails done. Are you going to girls' lounge as well? I'm not going to girls' lounge.
That was way too close. But how took care of that bomb? This shit must have been last minute addition to the halftime show because I had no idea. I mean, it was awesome, but I need a sedative stat. Just bring the car back to the yard.
Scream it. Oh, what do you think will be too loud? Well, I went to a K-pop thing with young girls screaming. That's something I haven't like. It's like Beatles footage from the 60s, that kind of thing. And then the powerful back there. Yeah, so very exciting household at the moment. Good luck there, Bob. Thank you very much, Bob. Too much about us. I'm sick of you. Yeah. I'm bored myself. I can't believe I still talking to you. I just think, ow, am I still interested? I am. I'm not making a job. I know, it's mad. Are you faking it? You probably come back with the same thing.
No, I like God.
So the difference in conclusion myself is sort of get higher money.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I've got such a command. I just got to mention.
Yeah. I should just say, if you want to come and see a really good benefit,
Yes.
July 17th at PM.
You'll be walking to the gig, raising money for charity.
Hello, this is Pegasus Lifestyle Management. How can I help? Your beautiful new aircraft is waiting at our nearest airfield. We hope you're very happy, madam.
Is that my small business? I've got a small business as well.
I've got one. That's one that bloody hell, Josh would have been shoving his own promo instead of buy tickets to Gerard. Okay, so this is Rachel Bigsby. Okay, so Rachel Bigsby is a big fan of the show. So basically, I spoke to her on my radio show before, and I actually bumped into her for some filming. But she won the Wildlife Photographer of the Year competition.
Oh, amazing.
She is a self-taught wildlife photographer who's turned a childhood dream into a career. The current winner of the Natural Artistry and Wildlife Photographer of the Year, and the current portfolio winner in Bird Photographer of the Year. If you could please promote a follow on my Instagram and YouTube, that would be awesome, and encourage people to head to my website where they can book me for public speaking events, podcasts, university lectures, wildlife photography workshops. I've got 2 spaces left to photograph polar bears. So she organises trips where she leads sort of budding photographers. I think they're going to see polar bears. And you can also buy a print to support my big dream. It's at Rachel Bigsby on IG and YouTube, and it's rachelbigsby.com. It's RACHELBIGSBY.com. She's super talented, but obviously being a nature photographer, you've got to sort of hustle to get your profile built up. So there's a shout out to Rachel.
Yes, I'm trying to follow.
Good luck, Rachel. She's a big fan of the pod, listening from the start.
Oh, my photographs are fucking amazing.
It's unbelievable, yeah. So me and Rob are doing one of our episodes of wildlife photography. But yes, she's self-taught photographer, so she is a lovely lady.
Well, do follow her.
Good luck, Rachel Bigsby. Check that stuff out. That's sort of show. You got one, Jeff?
Yeah, my husband and I, huge fans of podcasting, listening to the pages of the show and the O2. I would love to give my husband's small business a shout out, please. He left his job in 2021 to focus on Brett Freeman joinery full time. I presume he is correct. He creates wooden doors, windows, furniture, built-in wardrobes and storage units, covering Surrey and surrounding areas. He's incredibly talented, and I'm not just saying that because I'm his wife. His website is Brett with one T, B-E-R-T, Freeman, as in Freeman, joinery.co.uk. That's Brett, B-R-E-T, freemanjoinery.co.uk. There's one T in Brett. On Instagram, Brett Freeman Joinery.
Lovely. Get yourself joined up.
Oh, come on. Is that the kind of thing?
That's the slogan.
That is really good. It's really good to get joined up to make sense of the Sunday guys. A podcast, very cool. Guaranteed podcast awards. We'll take it.
Guys, we will see you on Friday with another fucking great guest episode.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Join us there.
Yes, there we go. Perfect. You're free men and women, so join us with the brands of intention. Oh, that's good stuff. I think that's shit. I think it's shit. I think you're too happy. You've got a little bit of critical thinking it. You're letting too much through, isn't it? Right, see you on Friday. Bye. Bye. Hello, I'm Rob Beckett.
I'm Josh Whittaker.
Welcome to Parents and Hell, the show that Josh and I discuss what it's really like to be a parent, which I would say could be a little tricky.
So, to make ourselves, and hopefully you, feel better about the trials and tribulations of modern-day parenting, each week, tackle the pain of parents and what they're doing.
Or hopefully having one.
And we'll also be hearing from you, the listeners, tips, advice, and, of course, tales of parenting one.
Because let's be honest, there are plenty of times when none of us know what we're doing. Hello, you're listening to Parents in Hell with Lovely. That was in the bath, I think, that one, wasn't it?
Doesn't say. It says this is my 21-month-old Darcy. Attempted your names. Sorry, Josh. Help, I'm Master Whittaker. On listening back, I feel my lack of praise again may lead to self-reflection on my
Better safe than
parenting
sorry.
style.
No, I think it's too bad.
No, I didn't have an issue with that.
There we are. All
Thanks for
yours.
providing me with reassurance I need that, in fact, parenting...
Just want to get a birth.
No, I managed it.
For bribing me. You did it in providing. You went providing me, sorry. Well, it's alright.
Thanks for providing me with reassurance I need.
You came to the lifestyle, you said you don't buy your birth. What's the problem with it? Never buys.
Got to do occasionally. But in fact, parenting is bloody hard work. Women demand to eat of it at 3 in the morning. The constant fight to get her dressed and the tantrums that we have to beat the body at Tesco. And some days I put the bath and coffee was consistent again. Get that made into a t-shirt.
Why do the bits at 3 a.m.?
Yeah.
Who's having that tired mum or getting up early for the day?
What's the both off tomorrow morning? Oh, it's not really tried to think about it. What's your favourite breakfast cereal?
No, I don't eat it that much because it's my favourite is a punch up tortoise, but it's not having dessert.
It's mad. What's breakfast? What's a thinking for us?
Or clusters. I love a cluster. I love nuts and sugar. I love sugary nuts.
Oh.
I don't mind the old yogurt covered raisin.
You like the yogurt covered raisin?
I love a little yogurt covered raisin. I used to think they were healthy, but it's bad for you. It's not sugar.
Yes, a lot of sugar. It's not good yogurt, is it?
Nature's sugar cube, the grape. Got that?
Yeah, people always slag off grapes, don't they?
Like so much sugar. I'm like, leave it out, mate. It ain't Skittles. Give me a break.
Come on, it's got to be. Are grapes good for you? Shall I Google that? No, fuck it.
Yeah, Google that, and I'll ask you a question while you Google it.
Okay.
What's your favourite breakfast cereal? Obviously, apart from porridge.
Do you know what? As a kid, I loved a Rice-Sickle, but now I find that fucking bananas. It's a Rice Krispie, but covered in stuff.
Hey, I was hoping you were gonna pick that one, because that means we're headed back to the Diamond Casino to rob another prize car. Same plan as before, and you haven't even heard the best bit. This used to be Al Di Napoli's car. You know, the actor. Do you have any idea how many times he's probably passed out in this thing? Yusuf's gonna pay out for this.
Well, it was, that's why I held it back for today, Rob. I just don't think you can get away with this from a copyright point of view.
Monster claws, and they are near enough exactly the same shape as Monster
The
Life.
purple packet, you've got an in flavour, picture of basically the same monster.
So how's it allowed
And
there?
they're called monster claws. And look at the other one I got.
And this is the same, got snack right with an arm. Spelled that wrong.
And these ones.
Tiles for squares! No.
Fucking mental, isn't it?
Tiles is a piss take, isn't it?
Unbelievable.
So Monster claws a tile. Who wants to be a tile? I think it's square.
Yeah, you've got to come up with a better replacement for squares and tiles, haven't you?
Snide crisps. Yeah, you've got to stick that on Instagram.
Yeah, I'll put that on Instagram.
Look at that. The red on that per bag, 4.9 grams a bag. I look at that now. How's your fitness going, Josh?
I'm enjoying it a lot, Rob.
What are you enjoying about exercise or eating healthy?
I much prefer running to doing the gym.
What, weights? You don't like the weights?
My problem with the weights is I just end up checking my phone too much.
What, like because there's downtime in the gym? Yeah. I'm not very good at
Time to get paid. Take the vehicle to terminal. Everything is set up for it to be shipped over to Yusuf in Liberty City. I told him all about it, all the history behind it, and everything. He is so fucking pumped.
Go in without my phone.
Because at the moment you're putting it into an app on the phone, that's what you do. You put 10 grades up.
Yeah, we're both home midlife crisis.
No, I don't think educating yourself with nutrition and trying to exercise is midlife crisis. Yeah. I say what is midlife crisis? It's the best stuff we've got. I don't know.
Have you not?
But the problem is, if I've got nice arms, you see, like, bicep curls, they're all like old man. They've got hairy dad arms.
Hey, can you call me back in about 15 minutes?
If you want to speak, what do you want to know?
Alright, cheers. Bye.
Who's Ewan?
No, you is Sean.
Oh,
My house insurance. I'm going to renew my house insurance, but I've got to pay over the phone.
but I did scan.
Yes.
But still up with scan. But
It bounces when I pay it online. So I've got to do it over the phone. I'll live.
now here we go, trousers. You'll be in a game now,
It's just reading my broken carpet down the road. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to bloody do it. That's what I'm going to do.
yeah. Well, there's no way to do it. I'll find out, mate. So you know, alright, look. Yeah, no, I get stressed like that all the time. But how did you have to do this? You were quite stressed last week. Your to-do list is quite small. Well, that's good. Well done. I'm very excited. Yeah, Nick, I'm ready. So what I love about this, great guy, lovely person. He's one of the nicest people you meet. Super talented. Yeah. Incredible actor, incredible comedian. This is swallow great stage show, obviously, Ted Lasso, in Show Intelligence, he's written, stuff coming out with him in March, with Matt Damon. This guy, Hollywood. Yeah. And he's on our show, and he's got 3 kids, and I've been asking him to do 3 years. We have quite a weird sex exchange being at Hamid. Yeah. Where basically every year he asks me to do charity.
Very often,
And every year I'm busy, and I genuinely am looking to get out of it. And then I say, "Did you get to the pod?" He goes, "That's great. What's your email?" Another year goes by. Rob, can you do a charity? I'm sorry, I can't do a couple of toilets. I should be getting the pod. What's your email? But finally, we've made it happen. This all started 11th of September 2022.
And do you know how we've got on the pod?
Now,
Well, I think neither of you managed to do yourself, but it's PR both open-minded one program.
okay. But, and I still love those charities. One is theatre every year, there we go. Nick, give me the day. I've got glasses about it, but Nick, Becca will be listening. Yeah, Becca looks like we talked about Becca quite a lot. So please tell Nick to message me the date for the next one. I've got to do it. Yeah, you understand. Oh, here's it. Nick Mohammed, welcome to the show. We've wanted this a long time.
We have wanted it a long time. I think it was a captain's countdown that said we should do this. So yeah, and thank you for having me. And I have to say, first off, my wife, Becca, is a huge, huge promotion. Oh, hello, Becca. I'm really like got a big lockdown down. And so yeah, big shout out to her.
And is she giving you any close fingers on what she do?
The thing is, so you can get it. Like whoever's head sounds like it's cast and design. I am a little bit.
Oh, we've had some real dog shit on here, Nick, don't worry.
Oh, really? Okay, good. Yeah, well, I look forward to whatever comes. But she's a huge fan. And
Oh, well, shout out to Becca.
but I got to be a huge shout.
You don't have to pretend that you listen, Nick. You know you don't.
I don't think any comedian should listen.
No, I've only just to sit in the car, but I'll be honest, it's respectful.
So how many kids have you Becca got? Nick? Set the scene.
We've got 3. So we've got the 2 boys, Tim and Arthur, who are 8 and 6, and then Annie is 1. So we did a proper kind of manual reset.
Because she loved the pod so much.
Is that what you call sex? A manual reset?
Manual reset, yeah.
Becca, fancy a manual reset? Because I've got a 6 and 8-year-old, and then, yeah, having a 1-year-old on top of that, I think would be...
Have you both got 2?
Yeah, Josh's are a bit younger. They're 6 and 2 or 3.
So I could still do a manual reset. Yesterday, I drove by a cat at 5:15 in the morning and I didn't get back to sleep.
Right.
And I was exhausted all day and I was like, oh, this is how I used to live.
Yeah.
All the time. Oh yeah. And I was like, I can't imagine this now. So how was it to go back?
It's so difficult to know objectively whether it's just because Annie is, and you know, Finn and Arthur is such a delight, but you know, Annie as a baby is such a delight. Not that it makes it easy, but she is a delight, or whether it's just that we're more used to it because we have 2 kids. But the fact that I feel like going from 1 to 2 is 100%.
Yeah.
But going 2 to 3 just didn't feel. I mean, even though it was literally Arthur had just started school, and Beck was like, I want a third. And then she did. We were like, to be honest, if we're going to do it, we should probably do it now. So it was.
I got the person who should completely off that conversation. What you said we've got to do it now, was it? Up we go.
Look, we've been very lucky because, you know, in terms of conceiving and stuff, but we, you know, it was within seconds. So it was a no months. So really lucky. Yeah. Becca's got us three. We were 3, so we were like, Becca got back to work and we were like, but if we are going to do it, she was too, but, you know, so we just like, you know, why not? you can't do anything about it. So badly. But not as participated. But it is wonderful, and we're so lucky, and it's a dream. And what's great is this spinning off, even though it feels a bit like, oh wow, we're really sort of starting from scratch again, because spinning off, I know what 75 bands, and they adore her so much. They entertain her, they help, they've done so many kind of great things to make it work. So yeah, we're very fortunate about that.
Because they're a bit older, because obviously there's a kind of, it doesn't feel like she's treading on their turf as much, or does it?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm thinking after they share the group, they're doing each other as well. They've got a very special bond because they're only 20 months apart in age, actually. So they're close in age and they can always share the group. And, they obviously did those quite formative years in lockdown together as well. And, they have their moments where they really kind of are on it. But they're quite a unit. And only just recently now that Annie's tottering around and sort of grabbing stuff, they're doing whatever, Lego or a jigsaw. If Annie's in the room, we're suddenly like, oh, careful, because Annie, or if Annie grabs something, we just let her have it. And it's like, whenever she does want that, we can't really do anything about it. And that kind of infuriates me. And like, well, how are we meant to, build or whatever? But, broadly, though, they just get on with it and they do whatever.
I've got two girls that are the same age gap, sort of like, they're bang on 2 years apart, but still close.
Yeah.
So, but in lockdown, it was very much them two. Because I've looked back at videos now, and they were like, how would they have been looking like 3 and 5, or between 2.5 and 5.5, and just at the age where they're sort of confident play and get rough and stuff. And then the rest in regard to 2 years, just rolling along the end. I don't know, maybe as 2 years go on, there will be sort of siblings then have got a slightly closer bond because it was just them two for 2 years and no one else was doing that.
Completely, yeah. I mean, I think the whole learn about everything for years and years and years. Like in terms of what it's done to things like that. Especially between kids. So couldn't have yet 4 and 2 or 5 and 3 or whatever. As we were going into lockdown, and we had just moved. I've lived in London since 2005 or whatever. But how it is, and it's London, and the big three big ordered cities. Personal problems, and we're very, very lucky. But we had just then in 2019, we just managed to afford to buy a place in London, and it was a little flat. We were in Richmond, which is really nice, but it was a little flat, and to a degree, not 70 square meters, and we had 2 very energetic boys. So our neighbours downstairs hated us with absolute passion. We don't live there anymore now, so that's quite happy to sort of speak about it. But they were insane. There were 2 sisters who ran this sort of Christian clothing business from their home. I don't know what that means, but that's basically what they did. That's the end of not huge business. I think what they did was they imported clothes and then sort of not quite sort of so disfigured, but they sort of jazzed it up a little bit and then sold them to Christians. It was very odd. But that genuinely, it feels like I'm sort of saying you're having pop. That is just what their business model was. But anyway, they were downstairs and they were in their 20s, and their dad had bought them their flat, which we knew, and
so you're automatically going, fuck them, let's play jumpy.
I'm not making this up. When we first moved in, there was boxes everywhere. Then after 4 and 2 or whatever, they knocked on the door. They handed us the list, and they were like, "Oh, just so you know, you've got to carpet the kitchen." And we're like, "We're not going to carpet the kitchen because that's not going to work." That was our opening gambit, and then they proceeded to give Arthur, who was literally 2, an example of how he needed to walk in the house, and Arthur was just like, "What was the walk?" Oh, it was sort of this sort of tiptoey sort of almost like you're on high heels, but really tiptoey sort of delicate walk that wouldn't affect their lives in any way.
Like a kind of offensive mincing from the 80s, like a kind of...
the daintiest little walk across the room. And our mistake was, because we wanted, we were also aware that, we don't want to sort of get on that term. So we tried to do everything. We literally had the floor taken up. We had insulation, sound proper acoustic insulation, put in.
I know you would as well. You are one of the nicest people I've ever met. So you would be like, okay, fair enough, let's try it.
And who lived there before you?
Well, the people who sold us the flat, apparently they used to own those flats, and so they actually sold the ground floor one to these 2. I won't say the names for it. I was about to say the names, and then they sold it as their other one, and they didn't let on at all. They didn't tell us at all that this was probably going to be an issue because they hadn't had the flooring done, and they were like in breach of their lease and stuff. So we were like, oh, crikey. And then of course we went into lockdown, and then it was like, oh lordy, this is going to be really.
Did you have a garden or access to a garden?
No garden. So, you know, again, we were so fortunate.
Yeah.
We got to go to the parks like nearby and have one around, and it was obviously absolutely fine. But there was just an element of like, oh crikey, because you know they would do insane things. Like they would come up at like 5 in the afternoon. This is like, and I distinctly remember this is like 10 weeks into lockdown, and they knocked on our door and said, "You woke us from our afternoon nap."
Oh my God, Benin. So two parents.
But also the idea that they were Christians as well, and that was like part of their business. Like literally on the packaging of their parcels, they had like a quote from John chapter whatever about love. Literally, it wasn't quite love I know, but it was something of the ilk.
And it was like, where's your forgiveness? Where is this famous forgiveness?
They were absolutely sort of phenomenal characters.
Can I ask a question about them? I know it's not about them.
Yeah, no, it should be.
The two sisters napping at the same time.
Oh, I don't know. They told us so many insane things. I think they shared the beds, by the way. And there's nothing wrong with that, but they weren't short specters. It's just that they couldn't have separate rooms. Because I went into their flat because they said, "Can you come in and we'll show you how loud it is?" So I kind of got the kids to jump down whilst I was sort of in there.
So awkward.
They just had like a bed, and they said they kept on moving the bed to try and sort of keep up with where the kids are. And I was like, well, don't do that because they're in one in, one out within 30 seconds. By the time you've moved your bed,
They're moving their beds to avoid where the kids are.
This is a 2-year-old. It's like 15-year-olds. You can't stop a 2-year-old. They will run.
no. And the other thing was that we were like, okay, obviously they're not at nursery. You know, there's no childcare. We're trying to work from home as well. Becca's teaching. I was like writing the second series of intelligence and stuff. Like we're doing our best, but we can't do anything else. We can't just take them out. We can't kill them. We can't get rid of them.
Yeah, they can't tie them
We
up.
are in this situation.
And we've been forced to stay in by the government.
Yeah, but we'll obviously outside of first thing in the morning, we'll stop them making noise, and obviously they go to bed at like 7, and we're doing like wind down from like 5 o'clock, so it should be mad.
They're not up late.
Yeah, and we weren't having like wild parties or anything like that. Like, even out of lockdown, we're just not those kinds of people. So I don't know, that whole experience was our kind of parenting out really, because we were like,
How loud was it when you were in their house? When they took you down to test, were you like, this is what I expected, or?
well, like, yeah, but I was just like, yeah, it's loud. But it's also like, it's not like loud for no reason. It's not like, oh, no one can put sort of their finger on why it's loud. It's loud because we've got toddlers.
If you don't like it, don't live in a ground floor flat.
That was it. They even had on the door, like the outer door to get to the communal bit, and we go upstairs. But they even had written on the door, the outer door, "Please close quietly with like that.
Oh my God.
And we didn't want to kind of impose it on the kids. We didn't want to say, oh, you can't make noise in your own flat, you're in your own bedroom, especially in lockdown. So, as I say, the big thing, we're very lucky, and we survived lockdown, and we're lucky to have a roof over our heads.
Now that's constant, especially when you're trapped in. It's bad enough when you're not locked in, but when you're locked in and they're like, there obviously other stuff was going in for them. It wasn't just about the kids' noise, was it?
Oh, quite. Everyone was going through their own thing. So that was the other thing. Which is like,
You should have said to them, have you thought about finding faith? This could maybe calm you, find a sense of a greater purpose in life.
Oh, God, can you imagine? I mean, I was so, because we were in constant, quite sort of fraught email exchanges with them and the other people who were in the flats, because everyone, not that anyone else could
So what level were you on? Was it 2?
Okay, so there's a lower ground, which was opened by lovely Maureen, but who was better in the 90s and was about to go to her home.
Right.
And so she couldn't hear anything.
Yeah.
Then it was this couple who were on the ground floor and complaining, and then we were the floor above them, and then there was a couple, like a professional couple above us, who we could hear moving around, but we didn't give a shit. So it's like, well, we're in a flat, of course we hear people moving around.
Yeah.
And actually, the complaining people, they had not actually had their floor moving done according to the police, because they said, oh, well, it's not a problem because Maureen can't hear.
Oh.
It was like, yeah, she can't hear because she's 19, now she's in her home.
So you were writing Intelligence Series 2 at that point.
Yeah.
Is there points when you're on set with David Schwimmer, who must be, one of the most successful people of the last 30 years in television, and you're going, I'm having a nightmare with these people downstairs.
I don't think I told him about it.
So would he relate to stuff like that? Like, how does it work when someone's that, like...
Oh, completely. Well, he can't even see his neighbours, can he?
I mean, first of all, he's a gorgeous, wonderful man. And there was obviously a time when I was literally like pinching myself, like, oh, this is David Schwimmer. Like, this is nuts. Like, literally, what is going on?
Reading the lines that you've written.
He is so humble, so lovely, so sort of gentlemanly, generous. Like, certainly by the time we were doing series 2, I mean, it is weird. He's literally just a mate. Like, you know, we just text and catch up when, you know, he's here or if I've gone to you. So it is odd. I mean, when I've been to you many times, I've only been twice. When we went, he literally just took me to a coffee shop in New York, and in my head I'm like, is it Central Park? Like, is it? Like, it's mad. And of course, we still have friends on in the background on Netflix. Like, we'll still put it on. It's just that comfort show, isn't it? You know, you can just have it on, and you know, it's pretty simple for the kids to watch. I mean, they haven't really sort of seen much of it, but like all that stuff is completely surreal. But it's testament to how nice he is.
Would you talk about Friends?
Occasionally, I mean, there was one bit when the thing is, if he ever mentioned Friends, I almost had like a panic attack because like, it just sort of reminded me of like, you know, I was talking to yeah. And he mentioned it, it was like the fact that he'd had that experience was. But I think how best to phrase it, it's like what's so incredible is that he just normalised it, and I guess to a degree, when he got in Friends, he didn't know at the point the level of success it was kind of of course gonna become, and not for a second suggesting that me and him are on a similar kind of playing field of the success of Ted Lasso's attempts and success after Friends. But there was a point when I was kind of going through the Ted Lasso thing, and it was getting really big, and it was like,
because that wasn't expected, was it? I mean, obviously you hope, but it's not like...
you hope, sort of, but also we're so inclined, I think, as Brits, and maybe particularly from, you know, when you kind of cut your teeth through doing live stuff, we're so kind of inclined to think, oh, audiences aren't going to show up, the reviews will be mixed, oh, we had a bad night, or that didn't work, or this, you know, Edinburgh, you know, you just develop such a thick skin, and to a degree, you're quite well prepared for when things don't go well. Yeah. Because there is quite a good support network, because everyone's been through it.
Yeah. I'd say it's what's expected. It's rare that something is a hit.
It is so expected, and it is so the norm, and so, I mean, certainly within, like, my peers, for sure. And I feel like no one prepares you for something going well, and that's right as well, because you should never kind of do something assuming it's going to be a hit. And I think partly she was actually the first thing that came out in lockdown, and actually we were very sheltered from the successor, because A, it was a bit of a sleeper hit in the UK, because not as many people had Apple TV at the time, but also, it's not like we were then going to the States to do press or marketing or anything because of lockdown, so there's no travel, so we do the occasional thing on Zoom. So by the time it got to like, I don't know, the Emmys, where we kind of went out and we were all suddenly like nominated, we were like, well, what is going on? And then we realised how big it was in the States, and we're like, oh my god. And so by the time we were doing season 2 and I was doing season 2 Intelligence, I talked to David.
Hey, are you?
Suddenly we were doing sort of similar things in terms of suddenly having like, well, I just did that whole world of like PR and stuff I'd never really been privy to that before. And I was there, that's the first one I've ever been to America. I've never even been there on holiday. So I was like, actually, that main headline. And then we became like rollerblading, like the news or something. So it was just so surreal. And I remember being sat there. And from what I understand, folks that have not been to one for many things, I've only done what we've got Ted Lasso, like that particular Emmy was quite it was very low key, and there was no plus ones, there was no audience, it was very, you know, if you've been nominated to be there, that was the thing. And I remember being sat there with them. Do you know the big watch? Do you remember, we used to be in a sketch group, Oyster Eyes, probably when we were up in and stuff like that, with Tash Dimitri, Phil Dunning, Phoebe, like, writes, has been writing on Ted Lasso for it. She's brilliant, like, brilliant performer, but also phenomenal writer. And we were just literally sat there. We kind of couldn't believe it, because we were just like, our sort of safe space was like, you know, the presence upstairs, you know, at 5:45. You know, that is our bread and butter in it, and it's still sort of
Oh, I just did some asking around, and this guy is a sustainability manager and an environmental consultant for Globe Oil.
But it was just obviously a privilege and phenomenal.
And were you going from there to
Yeah, let's get
creeping
together.
around your house when you got home? Like, was that the same time?
Yeah. Yeah, we only moved last year. Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, in a comedy. So 2 Emmy nominations. So you've been twice.
I've been through trying to the show got nominated. So I went over last year, and then 2 times I was nominated. So, and again, such a privilege and knowledge.
What was the role last year?
Maybe the mate was driving those.
And not that it should have made any difference to kind of that situation, but I wonder if they'd ever think anything I was in. I don't think they had.
Yeah, that's it.
I quite like the idea that this was
Also, they used to fucking say anything.
What they did, they asked
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. And they never tried. You guys what's the best thing like that. So I don't know.
you walk in a right away on Ted Lasso, don't you? You bring that to the house.
You're not stomping around this state of the Emmy.
You've got in Ted Lasso. But also, sort of the triple whammy was also that we were living in Richmond. And we moved to Richmond in 2014, way before Ted Lasso. And then also now, and even now, after the show is finished, the after effect is like Richmond. You still see sort of tourists there, kind of wanting to kind of like see a lot of those locations. Yeah, but when we were living there, and especially when it was still filming, it was mad because I'd go for like just go to a supermarket or you kind of go for a jog or something, and it looked like I was sort of doing it deliberately. But it was like, oh no, just live here. I'll live here. But it was
Hanging around.
Yeah, just hanging around.
Steve Coogan just wandering around Norwich.
Quite, yeah, exactly, yeah.
On that, and I'd be interested in your take on this as well, Rob. So, do you, and we'd say something like Ted Lasso, and you don't know if you're in something big, and so Rob say Rob and Romesh or me with the last leg or whatever.
Yeah, not that they're as big as Ted Lasso.
They're not that they're as big as Ted Lasso, but they're.
Well, I think they probably are over here. It's Ted Lasso is sort of still people can see it, and it's still a bit of a sleeper hit. I wouldn't say it's got like, I would say more people can see it.
Well, we'll all go out together. We'll all go out together. And get a service. Because what I'm trying with David Schwimmer, so I would still default that I presume you don't know what I do. So I'd say, if someone said, what are you up to tonight?
Yeah.
If it was a stranger, I wouldn't say, I'm doing the last day. I'd say, I'm doing a show I do for Channel 4.
Completely, yeah.
Would you do the same?
Yeah, no, if someone's got like no idea, I would be like, oh, I'm working. But yeah, so David Schwimmer, I imagine.
Yeah, and I'd still say, hi, I'm Josh. Whereas, would David Schwimmer say, hi, I'm David? And would he say, I was in this show?
Absolutely.
Before people say Ross.
I think he would. He's a really great friend of mine. The first series of Intelligence, when we were doing like a workshop you were on, I had only like 3 episodes at the time, but I remember John Montague, like lovely commissioner and Slider, which someone's new commission show or whether he was at the read through, and it's relatively informal. And afterwards, he went up to David, and they sort of like were like chatting, and then John said, really perfect, and like thanks, and he said, so have you done like much sort of like sitcom stuff before that? And David, I think, did genuinely have a moment of like, oh, maybe he doesn't. He doesn't know. But obviously then John was like, oh no, obviously. But no, I don't think anyone, and Jason Stathis said, they're so gentlemanly, humble, kind, and he would never presume, and they were always just kind and unassuming, I think.
Filming Ted Lasso in Richmond, there must have been a right touch, because the worst part of the touring show as well, this Swallow, is being away from home. And location in Richmond, like, you've got to be here at 9 a.m, you can leave your house about 8:30, 20 to 9, and just wander down, and still be present as a dad.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, that is still really tough, and credit to Becca. I cannot praise her enough. I mean, she is phenomenal.
Like, she's listening, she's
well,
listening.
I know she's listening, but also it's not just the fact that she is a phenomenal human, like literally a superhuman, incredible mom and wife, but it's just this ability to sort of deal with, because in this, industry, it can be, there's levels of predictability, I guess when you're on a job and you kind of know sort of short term roughly what your hours will be or where it's shooting and stuff like that. But there is also a huge element of unpredictability, and that's no one's fault but the choice of me to be in this, industry, and the way sort of she deals with it and allows the kids to sort of see the positives of it, and because it can affect the kids, if I'm away, and particularly if I'm not there for bedtime, and I have been relatively lucky in that a lot of the stuff I've done, it was a real one-off in that regard, something to shoot so close to home, but even intelligence was filmed at Twickenham Studios, which is like 10 minutes away from Richmond, so that was a blessing. But I filmed a little bit in the States and a little bit recently in Germany, but mostly it's been in London. But even so, the hours can be manic, and Becca's still having to do like 99.9999% of like the parenting and childcare, and then occasionally I'll show up just as they're about to be settled and probably on the cusp, but then I wind them up something rotten and want to sort of dick around.
How does spend time with 3 work?
We've made such a one for our own. I think when Becca was first pregnant, we had friends of ours who they'd had their baby, they'd had their baby, and they were doing, and lots of cats say it doesn't know how people do that whole sort of sleep training thing, but they had read, I think, the Gina Ford book, where it was regimented and routine, and but they were they swore by it because they said, yeah, it sort of helps for a week, but then actually, the baby gets used to it, and then you get 4 months sleep, and then you're better as a parent and stuff like that. We have never managed it. We once tried to do a cry out thing, and I think we lasted 45 seconds. We're well, this is no, we can't. But we have gone so far the other way, that's dangerous. It's a Maury complaint about that one. She said it's so fucking the idea of I mean, she was pregnant when we were still on that, and then showing where we you can't be pregnant and just keep on walking back until the rain ends. And then we'll do that way to be but now it's we're sliding into now the fact that we sort of still think that they should be going to sleep at 7, but obviously that would just not. I mean, I've been to 8.5, when there's no way you think about it. But sometimes they're they should maybe just be sort of really ridiculous quiet. And so we're trying to start it back time. I mean, it's just this family bathroom. It's got that's the shower bath, and then there's a toilet. All 3 of those are in use, guaranteed. So one of them's in the shower. Yeah. Annie's in the little baby bath, which is sort of in there, but they're literally right next to the usually finished doing a big poo, the biggest poo, if not bigger than that. And we're just sometimes can we just use downstairs to do it? No, they want to be on a different level. So there's a cacophony of smell. We're just constantly trying to flush through.
Trying to get clean and dirty at the same time.
Oh, that's the thing, and then one of them's brushing their teeth, one's wiping their bum, and then it's that's insane. Just let's have a little bit of personal space. So, and then Becca's still breastfeeding Annie, so we're again we've probably made a run for our own back. So often Annie will fall asleep whilst breastfeeding, and so I'm usually in with Finn and Arthur, and they'll read a book that they've usually been given from school that they've got to read. Then they usually listen to a mighty audio thing, and if you've got the YouTube player, it's and there's a daily podcast with kind of kids that they'll listen to which lasts 10 minutes.
So what would happen on that? Is it on a kids podcast?
Oh, it's quite good actually. Sometimes it's just sort of facts about the day, who was born this day, something about what this day represents, or something that's been in the news, or they'll do birthday shout outs. But some of them can be quite and now you've got to run around the house and try and find something beginning with every letter of the alphabet, and that's oh no, that's not convenient to anyone falling asleep. Literally, Annie's waking up, and so we do that, and then we have got into a habit that one of us will just lay in that room with them between their beds until they're asleep, because it's just what they used to. I mean, Finn Bleston used to hold my hand until you fell asleep for about 4. It can be frustrating, obviously, because it's getting to 9, half 9, you haven't eaten, the house is here, got emails. I mean, I can do emails and stuff like that. But
that makes me feel so much better, because that's what I'm doing at the moment.
Yeah, and Rose is away, so you've got the little one in one room, you've got the older one in another.
Well, we've got this situation at the moment where my daughter's moved onto cabin bed that she's just got, but her old bed is in her room, that my son sometimes
still in there.
Yeah, because he likes to sleep on it in her room now.
Right, okay.
But then he'll some days you won't, and then you've just spent half an hour trying to get to sleep here and we've got to start again in your room.
I mean, I think, to be fair, Bill is probably going to have to kind of like move, upstairs. I've got an office upstairs, but I think he's probably going to move downstairs to the bedroom and just. And I think so, yeah. I think we'll do it. We'll move all the stuff, and then he'll just want to be back downstairs with Arthur again.
Yeah. How did they find the move? Because obviously it was in quite a small flat, and now you're in sort of a much more of a family home. Were they still a bit at night, a bit scared about it being bigger?
Well, sort of scared, but anxious. Certainly, like they never wanted to be on a different level to us. Like they, there's like multiple levels. I think they would always really want to be downstairs, and then the upstairs. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So again, it's like a little thing because they've never had like sort of like stairs in their own house before or anything. So they were kind of like, I don't know. They find the stairs like a barrier in a way. They kind of, I mean, they can walk upstairs. I'm not saying they can't, but they will very, very, very rarely be up in their room if we're downstairs. They just want to be at the same level as us. And that's part of the problem. It's like when we want to kind of like come down and like cook or something like that, they'll then sort of up and down and like kind of like, try and sort of like be downstairs with us. And like literally one night they just came and we were like, they can just watch telly with us. And we were just watching like MasterChef or something like that, and like just watch it. It's absolutely fine. It might be like 10:30, but just watch it.
Yeah. Stuff they pretend to like to get out of bed time.
Yeah, Dragon's Den.
Yeah. Well, I was watching Brighton play Brentford. I was like, I don't even give a shit about this game. How you dare pretend you care?
Actually, they're quite into football, because I'm not really, but they're increasingly into football, and so...
Did they watch Ted Lasso?
No, not really. I mean, they're aware of it, and aware of roughly what it's about, and they know it's,
Bit grown up for them, isn't it?
Yeah, a tiny bit grown up, but then I'm always, like, surprised, like, occasionally, I guess kids who are, like, maybe 10 or 11 have seen it, and I think partly because of the football maybe in it, but actually it was their sports day a week ago, and they do like parents' race, which is literally one of the worst sort of minute of the year. Parents' race, because it's always just intimidating. If you do it, there's more guys. I did do it, yeah, I do it because Ben made it, but like, how did you get on? I think I came like third out of 5. One of them fell over. That's alright, solid.
That's alright, yeah.
I think that last, didn't it?
No, third out of 5. Cool.
Oh, yeah, okay, third out. Yeah, okay, yeah. And we're still waiting to sort of stop. And then one of the older kids at the school was like, oh, you're a football coach. I'm like, fictional.
Well, that's more of a swimmer, actually.
And he's like, what's that? That's literally the most. It's not like that.
What's the belly? That's it. It's actually like this. And there's still there's a Duke Burger, which is like an absolute completely Brighton tradition. There's just a bloke who's 47. Completely right.
How have you gone to if they're ready to get yourself into it?
I feel like I'm into it like I feel like I've got far more appreciation for Lasso. Not that I will now actively sit down and watch, but I definitely like playing with it.
See, a lot of people can enjoy end-up playing, not just me. You don't have to be all angry about it.
I can avoid the tactics. But I do think that when you see kids play, it's more fun watching kids play. And if they enjoy it, it's fun to see them enjoy it. Whatever sport they do,
Oh yeah, completely. Yeah, they do ballet on Saturdays, which they love, and they've done it since they were like 3 actually.
Yeah.
And again, like Unit has done it for so long.
Was that in an attempt to get them to walk lightly?
Well, in a way, because it was sort of like something that we could throw back at them and say, they do ballet.
That's what we're over here for.
I'm
coming for y'all now!
This has been Apple something to see.
You ain't going nowhere. Get down! It's over for you.
Oh, because I got bits of football since I was like, dad sort of taking me to like Ella Road when I really desperately didn't like football because I associated it with the kind of trendy, sporty kids at school who were effectively also the bully. Yeah. And I wasn't that crowd, sort of like, playing around with deck of cards and stuff, doing military.
You didn't think you want a job at school now?
Why are you wearing a baseball cap?
Oh, now the job?
Yeah, you look great. You've got a lovely little set of guns on you there, Nick. It looks like you worked it out. Hey, look at that. Yeah, Nick. Lovely frame on you.
It's literally just sort of like lifting at it. It's just like trying to do all this stuff and you kind of realise that it sort of counts next time again. So it's probably the bad kind though, because I'll probably sort of like get repetitive, what's it? It's always the same kind of move.
Take the compliment, looking great, Nick.
of brought loads of sort of flashbacks of that sort of being at school and sort of not really kind of knowing my place. And I was sad because West Ham had like gone all out because, you know, it's a bit of a publicity thing for them. And so I sat in, I don't know, but I sat in a nice bit, not a box, so sort of, but it was, I think, the people who have got, what they call when you've got a yearly ticket, like a season pass. Like, what's it? Season ticket. Season ticket, sorry, yeah. I don't know, I'm so bad. Subscription to West Ham. And this guy came and sat next to me after about 10 minutes of the game sort of starting. And he was like, oh, right, what's been happening? And I had no idea. And I had to sort of like literally sort of like go through my sort of script, like, well, what's the sort of think of tactics, think of anything, and just sort of say Declan Rice. But then I really did. I don't think West Ham won that day, but like it was just quite like I can see how people do it. I can see how people do it. And I think it was just to maybe the part of someone can use this. I used to think, you know what? I was going to say, I actually don't think I can tell. I definitely thought this as a kid. I didn't think that the benefits of football outweigh the negatives in terms of, you know, the racism, the sort of the hierarchy, the massive fee, you know, the kind of tribalism, you know, all that feelings, all of that I sort of basically. But is it really that good? Like, is it really worth it? And now I think actually no, it's brilliant, and like you can see how people love it.
Now you've been nominated for an Emmy twice for football-based comedy drama. You get
That's all it for.
Let's talk about Douglas's Council.
Oh yes.
You play a comedy writer. I saw a picture of you. I was reading an article about it.
Yeah.
And the outfit they put you in is fucking perfect. Like, you just look.
Yeah.
You look like a comedy writer.
They give me glasses as well. They give me like kind of slightly comedy glasses.
Oh, you do. I've just seen the promo.
They put me in quite sort of retro clothes or something.
Yeah, just slightly.
Like Monster Munch top or something.
Yeah, jeans that have got a wallet mark in it when it's worn. There you go.
So tell us the premise for Douglas's Council, which is kind of, you know, does what it says on the tin. It's a title in that sense.
Yeah. But I mean, it's really fun. I mean, like, so I didn't know this. I only found this out of the pressing that we did for it last week. But apparently it's written as a play. So Stephen Moffat of Sherlock and Doctor Who fame, genius writer, and Gogglebox, and Gogglebox.
So, the buyer's there, and he can't drive. So if you can ferry him and the Kush back to his place, and...
Yeah, Stephen Moffat wrote it, and it is about cancel culture. So Hugh Bonneville plays a newsreader who gets cancelled because he's overheard saying a sexist joke, but they kind of put out what this joke are, kind of like hidden from us, like for the first sort of 3 episodes actually, out of 4 episodes. So it's all about the kind of thing where the industry tries to like navigate this potential viral kind of like cancellation. It is a phenomenal piece of writing, actually, because it manages to sort of walk this tightrope of, you know, it doesn't come down this side of I mean, in episodes, yeah, this is very big piece, so this is very funny and actually, you know, it's very farcical. It's not the kind of in and out people asking each other in the corridors, you know, it's very quick. But actually, so really gets very serious. I won't go into detail, but there's some very serious issues about the industry. And it's really going to take some breath away.
Mind symbolism.
So that's why you're laughing. But yeah, I play a comedy writer. He's effectively sort of put it like, try and take on Bonneville's characters, separate that, like, try and write a bit, try and feed it one line, so that he sort of can try and dilute the situation.
Hell!
Yeah, it is a really fantastic sequel to me. It's really interesting that I think I kind of assume not that it's but I assume that people know that. And it's really interesting that you respond to like it because you know it's very mental.
Sold in Guatemala.
that it will definitely encourage conversation around cancel culture and social media, testing in the workplace, what counts as banter, what doesn't, what you're allowed to say in private, what you can say when you've got the elements in social media. So I think it will encourage a real open conversation about a lot of those issues, but also to put it on a platform, I mean, the core channels are getting into trouble, but to put it on a platform, like ITV, which hasn't, it's certainly had its fair share of controversy, so I feel
Dude, it's
like
fucking
it's
weird.
really interesting.
It's like a landing strip in the desert.
Yeah, I'll be really interested.
Late June, ITV1 and ITV8.
27th of June.
27th of June.
Yeah, I assume it's on ITV, the whole thing. Yeah, but then I think the video broadcast will be.
Oh, what do you think? It's all out on ITV8 or no?
I suspect so, yeah.
If you can find Robin, Nick, we always end with the same question. I'm sure Becca knows. Becca knows.
Becca's not told me what they're watching.
Oh, right. And you've never got to any of the full episode. At the start of this chat, you do this just there.
We usually talk about like the worst by that way.
Shit, man!
I'll tell you what, I've done panel so far, I've seen it before. I don't know why you said my knee-jerk state research I've seen it before. And then before you know it, you don't know what's happening.
I would say that's so terrified with panel show that I would, like, if I got to follow that.
Hey, wanna do a juice cleanse with me? Hell!
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, Nick, this is something to make up. You'd like to end on a positive, which is something that your wife does.
Yeah, it's bad the first 3 weeks, but after that, it's cool.
I compare it with your wife does. Something that she does with Nick. We don't know if she listens. But she does that annoys you, but you haven't brought up. But this, if she heard it, it would be a chance for her to correct that small piece of behaviour.
So she
All right, okay, go straight in.
I mean, she's literally upstairs doing this now. So she is, like, literally, and she has no kind of, there's no reason why she should be doing this, but she can literally just, like, build stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, she literally sort of, like, built the kitchen. She just sort of did it. And I don't even just mean, like, flat pat, like, she just sort of learned how to tile, just learned how to sort of, like, put paneling on, like, did the flooring, did tiling, and I'm like, what? And she's like, oh, just look some YouTube, like, just look some. She's literally phenomenal. She's like currently upstairs, and I think we are going to literally next week put Finn up in the office, sort of moving stuff around, and it can be annoying because like she'll sort of finish up in one room and then she's like, we'll just change it, let's put a cup down, let's just do that. So she'll just go and do it, and it is phenomenal. Like her work ethic, her ability to sort of just go out and do it, like another week. But at the same time, having so much time and energy with the kids and for me, everything's like wonderful. I just don't know where she gets energy from. And just to build on such little I'm not getting much. She's getting even less. I mean, like, it is phenomenal how she's able to function. Like, one day of that, less than one day of that, I would be like, I'm out. So, yeah, she is, maybe the cliche to kind of like a bit praiseworthy, but I feel like people don't quite get it. And I think people ever like come to the house and like, Becca literally made, and they're like, what do you need? Do you need got someone in to do it? And she's like, oh, I was like, no, she made it, what he was like, she got like literally like broke it down into some sort and made it into what it is. I mean, he's phenomenal. Like, the only thing she's not going to do is but like everything else. But also, just to go back to that, in lockdown, because she's a teacher as well, she just structured these days. Like, the kids didn't even notice. I mean, like, after this 2 years, Finn had started nursery now, but she just created these structured days to make it, like, so that they wouldn't really notice any different things, just as well.
She's still teaching on Zoom as well, like, as well as doing the school teaching.
She's doing bits and pieces, yeah. Tom says you know when we start sometimes we get rid of it. What is the negative? Is there a negative? Well, the negative is the next. Because I was looking at it like before, and it's fine. I guess we got rid of that. It's like it's just easier to kind of just reset like everything rather than their crash because it's just otherwise it's just sort of like kind of round stuff. But now that we've got like a bit of space, it's absolutely fine. Like one to mess. I like to like going to sites. So I sometimes like prioritise the wrong things to sort of like do, I guess. But I sometimes see the less as a bit of a negative. But it's not really. I mean, the grand scheme of things, she didn't build a house. I mean, it's mad.
Oh, well, it's been brilliant. Thank you so much.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Well, good luck, mate. Thank you so much.
Absolute joy.
Thanks so much for having me. Always a pleasure. Take care, both of you. And yeah, hopefully see you soon.
I love Nick Mohammed, Josh.
So do I. What a nice bloke.
He's the kind of person, I think, if I met him, like, when I used to work in Sagemans, I'd be like, you're going to be my mate. Yeah, we're going to be mates. But, you know, life gets busy, we don't see each other enough. But I think me and Nick Mohammed could be really good pals if we live close to each other.
You, him, and David Schwimmer.
Having a couple of beers, chatting about Friends, Ted Lasso, and Wedding Day Winners.
We selling? Huh? Okay. The buyer wants it airdropped. The product's...
Yeah, exactly, yeah. We've got hops. So, what day? Tuesday. Why not?
I'm Natalie Cassidy, and I've been wanting to do a podcast of my own for a very long time. And here it is. I'm going to be talking each week to family, friends, most importantly, you. I want to talk about the issues that are bothering me, things that make me smile, and how we get through that washing basket without having a nervous breakdown. This is a podcast for the general public and my own. So get on board, become part of my community, and let's go.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of No Such Thing as a Fish, a weekly podcast coming to you from the QI offices in Auburn. My name is Dan Schreiber, and I'm sitting here with James Harkin, Anna Toshinsky, and Andrew Hunter-Murray. Once again, we have gathered around the microphones with our 4 favorite facts from the last 7 days, and in no particular order, here we go. Starting with fact number 1, that is, and my fact is that British elections is going to head up. Let's thank
But there was an amendment to the Constitution that was going to say that every district has a maximum of 50,000 citizens. Okay, they never put this in the intent, but if they had, then the current US Congress would have at least 6,600 members.
Can I tell you about the camera? I love this. Okay. So, you really get one fact is that there were some names of these, there's brothers and people are like, but one whatever, and manufacturers of independence as well. Yeah. And especially in the sort of seats of the Prime Minister's seats, it's well, well, stop it. Okay. Liberal Democrats, you got 10,000 votes because people just read, oh yeah, this is well, he was unfortunately the only candidate in the Western state, because thanks to him, the law was changed, he actually lived there for the last 100 votes. They almost got that vote. So they claim. So someone said that he was born today and went to a polling White House of all of the principles that were set out in the ballot act in 1972 are the same. So you think those people outside doing selfies with their dogs, that's the same. So that will be a bit confusing, but once you decide with their little pencils, they are on home. Yeah. So think, what are all these women doing here? So this website by Sean Sutton. Oh yeah, well, you can just buy this stuff. You can buy this on the Stanford website. What you can't just probably keep it a lot of other shops. Yeah. But I mean, you can get you get a basic kit. You can buy a sign saying you may use your own pen. What would you? It's only you and your wife in your house. Why not go to the ballot box? Oh, what's the tinker? All sorts of things. I would love that. The thing is, Mama had to buy stuff for the house, like no use stuff. Like what I love about all over my house. Do you remember I suddenly walked into a private school with friends in that letter? I was going to vote. And then they're singing in, out, in. That's the problem. I was looking where I needed to go and vote, and I knew it was on this road, but I didn't see where. And there was a sign that said out, and then there was another sign that said in a bit further down. And I was like, okay, here we go. So I went inside, and they went, what do you do here? And I was like, I'm just here to vote. And they said, this is a school. And they said, I'm sorry, the sign's out. I said, that's the college. That's the part of it. That's an inside and an outside, so you don't find them in one spot.
Hi. What service are you looking for? No problem. I'll get him off your back.
Okay. Take care, friend.
Almost. Exactly. The answer is insane. The only difference is that he had to unfortunately one, so he did test himself there. But later, wow. A great graphic at the end would be is they actually put the condoms onto 3D penises, but they are the right height. When you're on the right. Let's see who's one. That's the Channel 4 swing amateurs, yeah. Stop the podcast! Stop the podcast! Hey everyone, this week's episode of Fish is sponsored by ExpressVPN.